What's up, motherfucks? Just heading home from seeing the wife or whatever. She's still taking care of her grandma and her dad and dealing with some bullshit, so yeah. Got Chewy down there and Squilla right there, listening to some corn. Yeah. And this is my view. It's all fields coming into Stocktown. Dude, okay. So I've been on and off Facebook. I was on it for like a straight probably 3 hours the other night. It's like the most I've ever cared to go and fight with people like on Facebook and YouTube comments. Just all the bullshit about like Marilyn Manson and stuff. Like between the couple, like I think I have like 3 or 4 videos. One barely has any views. Maybe I have like 5, honestly. And I posted one of like screenshots of comments, but honestly, I've gotten so much worse. I've gotten death threats. I've had people tell me to never have kids. Then I had people tell me to have kids so they can be raped, and hopefully no one will ever believe them. It's like, what the fuck, you know? And then people saying that I'm a rape apologist, which is like, it's funny because I listen to like Hunter Affalone and Blair White, and they kind of make fun of SJWs, and so I fucking totally make fun of SJWs, and so it's just hella funny. And hella people are saying that, you know, I'm just, you know, like that I'm against women. I think a couple people thought I was a dude. So, I mean, mentally and basically, you know, attitude and almost physically, you know, but I still got the vagina. So, I mean, I guess. But that was my whole point. It was just like, a lot of people are like, you need to believe all women. You know, believing all women is good. Okay, but what happened to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? They dropped him from all his shit, and then she was the abusive one. You know? Obviously, the relationship was toxic, quote-unquote, period. Yeah, there's no arguing there. And obviously, Marilyn Manson and Evan Rachel Wood's fucking relationship was toxic. Yeah. You know, like, in one of his videos, like, he pretended to kill her, you know, and then in one video, like, the heart-shaped glasses, they was, like, so in love and shit, and they drove off a cliff with each other. It was that, like, dying for each other kind of shit. Like, if you listen to interviews after that, when he got out of his depression and kind of recovered from that relationship, he said that was childish, and he would never do that, you know? But in the whatever, the allegations was, like, calling her, like, 160 times, cutting himself. You know, it's threatening to commit suicide, breaking stuff in his own house, cornering her, threatening her, and getting in her face and accusing her of cheating. I mean, honestly, I've done all those same things in the course of my relationship with my now wife in the past 11 years. We've accused each other of cheating, we've gotten in each other's faces, you know. Things have gotten, you know, a little out of hand. No one's beating each other's asses or anything. You know, but, you know, I've called her like 200 times in a row. I used to cut myself all the time and literally mean I wanted to kill myself, you know, but it was because we were going through a really bad time in our relationship, you know. Shit happens. That's all I was trying to fucking say, you know, and it's like everyone's relationship's different. That's what also I was trying to say, you know, and a lot of the comments that agree with me are like, yeah, you know, thank you for actually saying what no one else is saying, and that, like, yeah, they were probably into some kinky sex shit, and now that she has a totally different image, she, you know, she takes it back or is embarrassed of it, but it was consensual at the time, and it was a mutual relationship, so you can't take that back and say it was rape. Because feminists nowadays seem to think that, like, you know, at least from what I'm seeing, you know, it's like, oh, if you decide not to fuck that person then raped you. You know, it's just like, that's stupid, you know? I feel like you need to have a written document to have sex. Luckily, ever since I was like 15, I've basically just had, you know, sex with the same woman. So I haven't had that problem, you know, and I'm married. So, you know, I lucked out. I've never had to deal with like the social aspects of like dating or even dealing with that kind of shit. Because obviously my wife is very similar-minded to me, hence why we're married. You know, but it's just like, yeah, I can't believe how many people like threaten me. Said I looked like Sid from Ice Age, said I had dumb bitch theory or something, or sickness. Just said so much mean shit, and all I was trying to say is just, I mean, if Marilyn Manson turns out to be this fucking serial rapist, you know, like, okay, let's deal with the problem, you know. It's not like I know the dude personally, but actually be tried and guilty of something, you know. It doesn't sound like he actually hurt her. It sounds like emotional abuse, which a lot of people said that I was emotionally abusing them by calling Evan Rachel Woods a dumb bitch. Like, words are not violence, motherfucker. It's so irritating. It's just like people have nothing else better nowadays except to be offended, you know. And like they're like, oh, you just want attention. I was like, well, I am on YouTube. I kind of do it just for fun, you know. I'm just bored and I like to express my opinions. I'm not expecting anyone to listen or care. But I know when I was a fucked up kid or just, you know, recently, and I'm looking and I'm hopeless and I'm looking for something, and I click on a video and I see someone with like a similar mindset or saying the things that I'm thinking, it makes me feel better. So if I could say something how I feel and help someone else, that's all I want, you know. Like, I tried to be in bands and stuff, but I couldn't, and then be in a relationship, you know. Honestly, I had to choose between that lifestyle and this, so I wouldn't change anything, but I still want to try to get my opinions and my point of view out into the world in some way. Most of my videos don't even have views, you know, like literally, you know, and like the one that has the most views is a 20-second video of fucking horses that weren't even mine. I was just talking to them. I gave them fucking hay and shit. You know, so it's just like, I'm not self-righteous or trying to prove anything. All I'm saying is that, like, it's fucked up that Marilyn Manson, you know, got dropped from his record label, the TV show, and, like, millions of people are talking shit about him and trying to ruin his life when he actually seems to finally get it together. And I know what it's like to get your shit together and then you get blamed for shit that happened a million years ago. You know, when you were a totally different fucking human being. And I really honestly don't think any of it's fucking true, you know, and whatever she's saying is horribly over-exaggerated. But yeah, honestly, I'm glad I posted all these videos and put them out there, because I've learned a lot about people and how, like, they literally were trying to, like, quote-unquote cancel me, you know. It's like, they're like, I hope you put your real name so I can blast you online and people can know, you know, where you are and what you're doing and how much of a fuckwit you are, just like some weird shit. So the people that start threatening me like that, I'll block them, just because I don't care to deal with any extra bullshit, you know. But it's just like, whoa, dude, you know, like I was seriously fucking pissed off when I heard it, because I was like, that's such fucking bullshit, you know. People are just getting pissed off, and I don't know, it's a lot. But just, I feel like opinions are illegal because words somehow are violence. You know, are we gonna go back to like 1984, like the book, and have thought police? I feel like that's the next logical step here. And by logical, I mean, yeah, it's not.